Hello 12th class students. Today we will study in bio the chapter that we have started, organism and their population. We have seen about the adaptations found in plants. Now students, in this video we will see the population interactions, that how the populations interacted with each other in order to get benefited or in order to get survive. So the main topic of our this video is interaction of population. Students, the organism of two or more than two populations interact with each other to get some benefited or in order to get the survival benefits from each other. Sometimes this interaction causes harm to one species and benefited for other species. Sometimes both the organisms get benefited and sometimes one is benefited and other is neither benefited nor harmed. So on the basis of the interaction in between the populations, if we divide the interaction, these interactions are maybe of two types. One is positive interaction and second one is negative interaction. Positive interaction, students, means the interaction in which any one of the populations or both the populations get benefited by this interaction. But in negative interaction, the either one or both the populations are get harmed from any population. So students, let's first of all discuss the positive interaction in detail and then we will see the negative interaction. So students, if we see the positive interaction, then positive interaction can also be of three types. One is commensalism, second is proto-cooperation, and third is mutualism. Commensalism, proto-cooperation and mutualism, these are the three types of interaction in which somehow either one or both the species which are interacting with each other get benefited. So students, let's discuss them one by one, that what is commensalism, what is proto-cooperation and what is mutualism. So first of all, see commensalism. In this type of interaction, students, among the between the two species, one species get benefited and other species neither get benefited nor harmed by the other species by this interaction. For example, if you take the example, some climber plants which get support of the hard tree wood and they climb upon the tree. In this way, students, the climber plant gets sufficient sunlight and air, but in turn the host plant, the plant on which they are climbing, does not get affected by any type. It is not either benefited nor get harmed by this interaction. And these climbing plants are known as lianas or lianans. Second thing is, students, second example of the commensalism is epiphytes. Epiphytes are actually the organisms which take shelter of the other organism or other species. They depend on the other species only for the shelters, but by that shelter the second species does not get harmed by the epiphytes. Epiphytes grow on the surface of the host plant, but they do not harm the plant. Okay students, epiphytes are actually having some special types of aerial roots, that roots are present in the air, not inside the soil. Because you can see, if a plant is growing on the surface of a woody plant, suppose this plant is growing on the wood, then it will have aerial roots which will not penetrate inside the host plant, but they will cling, they will make grip on the surface of the host plant and remains in the air. These roots have special properties that they can absorb the water present in the form of the moisture in air. They can easily absorb them. Second property of the epiphyte is that these roots are clinging roots, that they can make grip on the surface of the host plant, so that they easily not fall down. Third thing is, their spores are very light in nature, very light in weight, so that they can easily travel with the help of air from one place to another place. So these are some characteristics of the epiphytes. Second type of the interaction, student, that is proto-cooperation. Let's see proto-cooperation. Proto-cooperation is also a good type of interaction in between the species. In this interaction, students, both the species get benefited, but this benefit is not essential for their survival. The most important thing is that both the species get benefited, but this benefit is not essential for their survival. Let's see how. For example, you have seen some birds get seated on the back of the animals like cow, buffalo, rhinoceros, etc. So these birds catches the lice or the insects present at the skin of the animal. They eat them. So by eating them, they easily get the food for themselves, and if they get the food, they also disinfect the animal. They also kill the infecting or the parasitic animals present on the skin of the animals. So we can see that this interaction, by taking this, by eating these animals or insects, the birds are not essentially survive just only feeding by that animal, that insects, but somehow they get benefited, and in turn they also give the benefit to the animals on the back of which they are present. So this interaction is helpful for both the species, but not obligate. That means it is not essential for their living. Let's see the third type of the interaction, that is mutualism. In mutualism, students, two species interact with each other and both the species get benefited, and this interaction is important for their survival. Without this interaction, they cannot survive. Both the species will die without this interaction. For example, lichen. Lichen is actually not a single plant, but it is the mutual combination of two different living organisms, that is algae and fungi. Algae and fungi. As you know students that algae possess the presence of chlorophyll, but this does not possess roots. But if we see fungi, fungi does not possess the chlorophyll, but there is presence of roots in fungi. So by mutual cooperations, they form a single structure that is called lichen, and in lichen, fungi absorb water with the help of the root. It gives supply to the chlorophyll, supply to algae. Algae with the help of chlorophyll perform photosynthesis and makes food. Itself it consumes some food and gives supply to fungi. Fungi get the food, get energy, and again it absorb the water. If you understand it by in the form of a diagram, we can say this type of diagram. If you assume that this is fungi and this is algal part of the lichen. So here students, fungi will absorb the water and supply it to the algae, because fungi does not possess chlorophyll, so it will not able to perform photosynthesis and make the food. So in order to make the food, it has to give supply water to algae. As algae don't have roots, it cannot absorb the water for the process of photosynthesis. So here by getting the food, algae will perform photosynthesis, it will make the food, and in turn it will give supply food to again to fungi. So here you can see, if this mutual cooperation breakdowns, either one of the plant or one of the part will die, then second will mutually die with it, just because it is important for the survival of the both species which are interacting with each other. Let's see second example. Symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. Nitrogen fixing bacteria, you have studied that in the process of fixation of nitrogen, biotic nitrogen fixation, some bacteria are present in the root nodules of the plants, like rhizobium is present in root nodules of all the pulses producing plants like gram, soybean, mutton, etc. So this rhizobium or nitrogen fixing bacteria these bacteria are present in the root nodules of the leguminous plants or the pulses producing plants. They fix the nitrogen, convert the nitrogen into nitrate and nitrite, and give this nutrient supply to the plant. Plant in turns make the food and supply the food to the bacteria. So this type of interactions or mutualism is benefited for nitrogen fixing bacteria as well as for the plants. So these are the three types of the positive interaction. One is commensalism, proto-cooperation and mutualism. We have discussed these three. Now let's see students negative interaction of the population. So students, in negative type of interaction, the second type of interaction is negative interaction of population. In negative type of interaction of the populations, students, the interaction in between two population, either both the populations or individuals of the populations get harmed, or one is benefited while the other is a little or more get harmed by the presence of the other species. So students, let's see in detail the negative interaction. The negative interaction is also of 4 types. The first one is competition, in which the organism compete with the member of the other population. Second is exploitation, third is predation, and fourth is antibiosis. Competition, exploitation, predation and antibiosis. So students, let's understand them one by one. That competition is the interaction of the species in which the organism of one species compete with the member of other species either or with the members of their own species in order to get food, supply of the nutrients, availability of the light, availability of the water. So competition can be of 2 types. One is intra-species specific or second is interspecific. Intraspecific means students the competition in between the member of one species. For example, if we talk about the forest, then so many plants grow in the forest. So if the same species, the plants of same species are growing in large amount in a particular small area, then those fastly growing plants which will get more nutrients in the beginning of their life will survive, will get height longer than the other plants. They will make the canopy above the small plants and they will reduce the availability of sunlight to that plant. Also, they will intake the nutrition by growing their roots faster, and it will affect the other plants of the same species in adversely affect them. So in intraspecific competition, the member of the same species compete with each other, but in interspecific competition, the member of different species compete with each other. They inhibit the growth of the population of the members of the other population by using their food resources, their water resources, their resources of the nutrition, etc. So students, let's understand the second type of the interaction, negative interaction, that is exploitation. In exploitation type of interaction of the species, either both the species or any one of the species get harmed while other is get benefited. In this type of interaction, one member of one species uses the shelter, food, nutrition, etc. of the other species. In turn, it get benefited, but the other species get harmed. Let's see the type of exploitation. Which are the main type of exploitation? We can see that first type of the exploitation is nest parasitism. Second type is parasitism. In nest parasitism, you have studied about the cuckoo and crow. You know that cuckoo bird doesn't build its nest, but it lay down its egg in the nest of the crow. So the crow hatches the egg. So here the cuckoo bird have the nest parasitism, that it does not build its own nest but always uses the nest of the other species. Parasitism, you have studied in lower class about the parasites. Parasites are the living organisms which feeds on the other living organisms. They get benefited, but in turn they are harmful or they harm the host species. So students, parasites are also of two types: total parasites and partial parasites. Total parasite, and second is partial parasite. Total parasite, that means students, the organism which is completely depend on the host plant, which 100% depend on the host plant for their food. So whenever the populations of the total parasite increases, it directly harm the host species, and in turn the host species may also die. But in partial parasites, they have the capability to make their own food, but they depends on the other species of the plants for getting water and for getting nutrients. So if we talk about the parasites in plants, then these total parasites are also two types. That means total root parasite and total shoot parasite or total stem parasite we can say. And these partial parasites are also of two types: partial root parasite or partial total root parasites. So this is the parasitism. Parasites are the living organisms which depends on the member of the other species and in turn directly harm them. Next is predation. So students, predation means to prey other animals, predators. The animals which kill the other animal for their food purposes are known as predators. They kill the other living organisms for their food. This process is known as predation. For examples, the snake prey the rat, the hawk also prey the rat, lion prey other animals. This process is known as predation, in which one species which is called predator get benefited, but other species which called prey is directly affected, adversely affected by the first species. The next is antibiosis. The meaning of antibiosis is, students, also killing other animals, but there is a little difference in between predation and antibiosis. In predation, one animal directly kills the other animal, but in antibiosis, one organism of one species creates such conditions in which the organism of other species cannot survive. For doing this, the organisms create some environment for that. Either they can secrete some substances which are toxic for other organisms. By doing this one organism can kill the other organisms. So these are the four types of the negative interaction in between the species. The first one is competition, exploitation, predation and antibiosis. These are the interactions, positive and negative type of interaction in between the species, and how they get benefited or they get destroyed from the other species.